Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we have 1160 find words that can be formed by characters. You were given an array of strings, words, and the string chars. A string is good if it can be formed by the characters from chars. Each character can only be used once. Return the sum of lengths of all good strings and words. So we're given some words and we're given the available chars that we can use in order to try to recreate these words. The order does not matter. The only thing that does matter is the count. So if we have a cat here, it can form a cat and a hat because we have a C, A, T out of order, but we have the sufficient counts along with an H, A, T. We cannot form tree because though we have a T, we don't have REE. And there you have it. So let's think about the approach. The simplest approach is having a base dictionary or count hash map of chars and their counts in chars. So why don't we create that? We can do over here, we can do ATACH. Okay, so let's say we have some hash map, ACH. So for A, we have 2 counts total. We have 1 count for T. We can get rid of this guy. We have 1 count for C and 1 count for H. And we have these words cat, BT, hat, and tree. So for each word, so let's say our first word is cat, we can actually just get the counts. Whatever function we do here, we get the counts of that current word and say, well, there's 1, there's 1, and there is 1. And we iterate through each word. So this is our base, and let's say this is our cur. Then we check, first of all, are all of these keys in here? Python lets us do it all in one go, but that's essentially what we're doing. CAT, there's a C, there's the A, there's a T, and do these in the base have sufficient count to recreate their current word? So 1, 1, 1, we have the 1, 1, and 2 is greater than 1, so that's pretty much it. Probably didn't need a draw, but we can continue here. All right, so to recreate what we did here, basically we have we can actually create a helper function to do the counts where we take some string and we say, all right, this is going to be our hash map of counts. We're iterating our char for every char in S. We'll say our count for that char is going to be 1 plus whatever's already in that map. And if nothing's there, then that's all right. We'll initialize it to 0 and we can return D. So this is just the helper function to get the counts. All right, and this is the main function where we want to get the total sum of lengths. Not the count, but the lengths of all good strings. So 6 because we're counting the lengths of cat and hat. And we'll say, first of all, we should create a base where we use our helper, pass in our chars. So let's do that. And this will give us a base. And just to see what this kind of looks like, we can do this. And it should give us, that's all right, it expects a integer. So why don't we do return 0, just so we can get something to print. Okay, so yeah, that'll give us our counts, which is what we have here. And we'll say, all right, now we have the counts. Now we iterate for every word in words. That's our other input. We can't count helper function and say our current word counts is such. And there's two conditions we're checking. The first condition is, do we have all the keys? And that we can actually do by saying, let's say, do we have any missing keys? And we can do that by doing cur.keys, which will be cat minus base.keys. Base.keys. So we'll be deleting or attempting to delete this from this. And then if we have anything remaining that are unsatisfied here, then this will turn positive. So as in, if we have a set and that has, like A, T, A, C, H, those are our keys, and we're gonna do a subtraction from C, A, and T. This returns empty because all our keys are satisfied. However, if we instead did our tree here, of course, we would get the missing keys. R and E are missing here. And all right, so we'll say cur keys minus base keys. This will be true if we have any missing keys. And also we can say all keys, and are any of them insufficient in count? So for that, we can say, we can pass it into the any function where char for char in cur keys. So for every char in our current word, if base.get char, and if not, we'll set it to 0, is not sufficient to cur this. This one's a little, not sure if this one's clear, but we're passing it into the any function where any is, it has to be, everything has to be true. Okay, so, any has to be true, so that's true, so that returns true. And if the any for every char in cur.keys, if any has a count which is less than what we need to create the count, so if instead of cat we were doing cat ta 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 ta, so like cat ta 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 for some reason, we would have one C. We would have one T, but we need 3 T's, and that would return here as insufficient. And then finally, if missing keys or insufficient, let's just ignore. And let's know if that helps. Okay, cool. Otherwise, we'll say total plus equals length of the word, and at the end we can return total. So we can run that. And invalid syntax. All right, insufficient. We have the any char for char incur.keys, char for char incur.keys if base.get char, and if not, we'll say it's fine, it's 0 is less than cur of char. Okay, and that's a dictionary. Cool, let's do that. And we have our cases, we can run it, and that seems slow. Is it the internet? Running. I can go over the logic once more. So there is the collections.counter we can use to handle this, but that is a Python thing, so I did it manually here, doing the counts, and then, we're ultimately trying to get the total. We have a base map to compare by, or this is where we can borrow the characters to recreate this word. And for each word in words, we get the counts of the current word and say, is any of the current word keys or any of the current characters missing here? And if so, this will be true. And insufficient is for every character in Charlotte keys, is it the case that for any of the characters, the count and base is insufficient to recreate the count of current word? And so if any is missing or insufficient, then we skip, we continue to the next word. Otherwise, we can account for that current word into the total. I don't know. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, let's I'm gonna save that and then refresh and submit. And there you go. All right. So yeah, find words that can be formed by characters. There you have it. Easy problem today. Thanks so much. Happy coding. See you next time.